In a year and a half of being homeless and unemployed, God taught us some great lessons. Here is just one thing that we learned. If you're an extrovert like me, being stuck in isolation is brutal. In most challenging times in our life, we feel isolated and alone. When we are in a room full of people, most times we feel alone and think that none of them understand what it's really like to be me in the middle of whatever the storm I am in. Loneliness is awful. It is never good to sense true loneliness. Loneliness kills. There is a reason in the wild that predators work to separate the already weak from the rest of the herd. The enemy knows that he has won most of the battle if he can make the prey experience the crushing weight of loneliness. God recognized this quickly right after first creating man. He said, "It is not good for man to be alone." When we faced our year and a half of transition, it is safe to say we felt so very alone on most days. We felt alone as a family, isolated from what had become our family at the church. We felt alone as individuals when we didn't have our day-to-day friendly conversations with people. Our kids felt alone when they were forced to leave the friends that they had in the school and do homeschool instead. No matter where we went or the people around us, there was always still very much a sense of loneliness and isolation. We never knew how much we took these relationships for granted. We were lost in loneliness. Some of the loneliness is an inevitable response to what had transpired in our situation. We were just not going to be around or have contact with the same friends as often as we used to. The rest of the loneliness of our isolation came at our own doing. Maybe out of pride, we felt embarrassed or ashamed because of our situation. Maybe we did not want to answer the questions we knew people would ask. I don't know for sure, whatever the reason, but many cases of isolation was our own doing. We see now that maybe this wasn't the best approach to adversity. The Bible says one who isolates himself pursues selfish desires. He rebels against sound judgment. One of the greatest lessons we learned was that we weren't lost in loneliness, but the value of relationships is what we truly lost. We could say that we had visited the lost and found, and in the process of being lost, we found the true powerful value in those relationships that we take most for granted. Do you feel a little lost in loneliness right now? You feel isolated? Is there any part of your loneliness that you are creating? Maybe you are even missing the small relationships with others that you once took for granted. If you feel that sense of loneliness today, there is probably a good chance someone else in your life is missing those relationships too. Reach out to them and help each other back to the safety of the herd. We hope these short videos bless you. Be sure to like and share, and please feel free to comment and tag someone you know that might be encouraged by our story. We can't wait to cross paths with you again soon. We love you guys.